this auspicious day of the appearance day of Lord Nrsimha, we all should chant from our heart. So it's the best opportunity that we being in the Netherlands, all gathering together and then praying to Lord Nrsimha. So it's the biggest mercy that we all have here, that the mercy from Srila Prabhupada is flowing in all of us. That's how we all are here together and chanting this, the powerful mantra. Don't simply think that we are just chanting this mantra. That is the highest potency. So we don't understand that, but it works in the backside. So I want all of us, you to chant. You can close your eyes or observe the arti, whatever, but do it from your hearts. We are not musicians. We are just doing it for the pleasure of Krishna, not for anyone else. Sing all of us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All of us together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So they want to sing? You want to leave? Come. Yes, in there, leave.
Yes.
It's okay. You're doing good.
ఇక్కడ కూర్చో నా దగ్గర నా దగ్గర నా దగ్గర
I take you to
ఇక్కడ కూర్చో ఇక్కడ కూర్చో
Whatever they will put us together.
body mistake.
కూర్చో కూర్చో అక్కడ కూర్చో Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare श्री श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
नहीं उन्होंने भोग करके लाया है।
That too you get mangoes so nicely.
This one good friend of mine. He got from India. Called Mangoala. You can take it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Madhava Kunja Bihare Jai Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Tera Vanachari Yamuna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Shri Radha Madhav ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Om Aksharatimidandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam
Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsya Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminyati Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Happy Nashing Chaturdashi to all of you and to all of us, to me also. Thank you for coming over here. I see so many new faces. It's been long that I also didn't come here. Good to see so many people coming here. I'm Srinivas. I'm also one among you. So just learning and trying to follow that Krishna conscious life, which is a God conscious life in my day-to-day life. So I'm just a mere person, same like you, just adding little bit of the bhakti I'm trying to understand and learn in day-to-day life. So I hope today I'll talk about few things, maybe that can add some touch of bhakti to you, so that you can also carry home with that, and then you can also try to implement in your day-to-day life. Yeah. So you're all ready for the katha, or boring? Okay, Prabhu, I have time until 2 o'clock. Okay, Prabhu. Okay. So, yeah, first I'll seek prayers, blessings from all of you. So the right words come at the right time with the right spirit. Okay, so when a new year starts, what happens first thing what we do? Or at least December 31st, what we'll be doing? Celebrations. And then apart from celebrations, we also take something on New Year Day. Resolutions, exactly. So we take a vows, right? A New Year. So how many of you take vows on New Year's, whenever New Year comes? English New Year, January 1st. Only 3 persons. Okay, nice. That's good. Generally, at least we take vows on New Year Day, and then we forget within a couple of days. So that is another vow, that to also forget the vow that I took on New Year. So but the thing is, when you take vows, so that means like you also look for some blessings. Without that, it's not possible to achieve that. So when that thing happens, like what we immediately we approach Kurmadev. So he's the person who actually give the blessings for all, and we also approve all your benedictions. So when we approach like that. So likewise, depends on the situation, depends on the scenario, we approach different the avatars, correct? So now let's come to Nrsimhadev. It's very special today. So why we have to worship Lord Nrsimhadev? It's very ferocious. I think everybody knows how Nrsimhadev looks here, right? Prabhu, you also know how Lord Nrsimhadev looks like? Prabhuji, you're aware? Okay, I hope everybody is aware. So he's looking with a very, very ferocious face, lion face, right? He's half human and half lion. Very ferocious. I mean, we may tell in words, but when you look, I'm sure we all will run away. So such is the fears that he possesses. So now, when when that person is there, like how are we able to worship him? So example, any new devotee comes to any temple, especially ISKCON temples, they hang a big picture of Lord Nrsimha there. He's pulling out the intestines of Hiranyakashipu and putting on his neck, and with blood all over his nails, like that. So when any new person comes and we say that, oh, he's our Supreme Lord, how do they feel? They're like, what? This Supreme Lord is already killing here, and then like, how are you gonna worship him? So this is what the externally people see, is like, if they don't know. But how merciful he is, that I think we will see through the series of pastimes that I would like to share today. We are not covering the Bhagavad Gita series. So today we'll be talking about only Lord Nrsimha. So first I would like to tell, in 1965, Prabhupada, when he traveled to West, you know all Srila Prabhupada, right? He's a founder of ISKCON, that's the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So when Prabhupada traveled, he was very old already by then. He traveled through a Jaladuta ship. He did not have money to go through flights or something like that, correct? So when he was traveling, already while reaching, he already got 2 heart attacks. So he was already suffering. It's a long journey. Such an old person, no one else was there next to him. He already got 2 heart attacks. And then when he reached West, then I think we're not going to Prabhupada Leelamrita, but within 2-3 years he tried to establish so many new devotees, and still a lot of things are happening around that, so that Prabhupada can do some setup for them. And then immediately 3rd heart attack also happened within 3 years. So in 1968 again he got another heart attack. So that's exactly the time devotees were trying to understand what Bhakti is. So at least it's trying to pitch it up. So at that moment, so devotees went and asked Prabhupada, so already you have got now 3 heart attacks and we are worried now, what will happen to us? Who will teach us? So at that moment what Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, when we are in this sort of situations, we all have to worship Lord Nrsimha. So that is a point when Lord Nrsimha informed devotees that to worship about Lord Nrsimha. So that's a point exactly where this Nrsimha was created. So Prabhupada took these 2 verses, that is what we sing, Namaste Nrsimhaya, we sing, right? Ito Nrsimha Pardo Nrsimha, this is one set, and the next is Tavakara Kamalavare from Jaidev Geet. So from there he took one of the verses. So he formed these 2 and they made a tune, and then Nrsimha formed. So and then from that day, every day devotees all over the world, they sing Nrsimha. Not just Eindhoven, it happens everywhere. So every day Nrsimha, and even as a devotees, when we're also trying to follow that. Whenever we start our vehicle, start our day, we start first sing the Nrsimha prayer. So we don't know, we think we are just singing, but when you sing that powerful mantra, obviously it invokes auspiciousness, it removes the obstacles. So I hope Mataji is behind something they're doing. I think you're able to follow, right? Yes. Questions may come to you first. So please. That's okay, Prabhu, they can continue, but questions come to them. Okay. So that's the point when Nrsimha first started. So and then like in 1985, you all know Mayapur, right? It's in West Bengal. So Mayapur is a place where like this temple of Vedic Planetarium, the biggest dome of the Asian temple, is built over there. This is a mission of Srila Prabhupada also to preach this Krishna consciousness very widely. So it's a very big temple which is also built over there, and then the preaching center is widely happening there with all the Gurukul courses, all the courses like Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, it's all happening over there. So at that place, initially in 1985, you imagine, so we don't have the technology what we have these days. So in 1985, when devotees were there was only the deities of Radha Madhav. So Radha and Krishna, so only that deities were there in 1985. And then those days attacks used to happen majorly on temples especially. So there are around 35 dacoits. You're all following me, right? Around 35 dacoits, they entered the temple, so they tried to steal the deities. So the attacks were happened on the devotees, and even devotees eventually fought back. So they also tried to fight with them so that they don't lose Radha Madhav. So, and at that point of time, one of the devotees also got a shot in his leg and he lost his leg. Do you know who is the devotee? He is now sannyasi. Yes, Mataji? Yeah, His Holiness Bhakti Raghav Maharaj. So Bhakti Raghav Maharaj ki jai. So he fought that, and then still he continued, still he's there. So you can also go through the talks, what he shares, the experience like that. So then what we think whenever we get a problem, let's say in office or at home, what we do immediately? We immediately look for some other solution, right? So for a material problem, let's say any problem we get, we always approach for a material solution. But ideally for any problem you take, spiritual solution is the only solution. If you go beyond that, it multiplies your problems. You take any example, you take in day-to-day life, you take your children, you talk about your office, you talk about whatever the issues you're undergoing, you touch upon, I'm sure it is interlinked to another problem always. Especially if you touch upon health, sometimes medicine causes a bigger problem than the actual problem. That's how the situation, the scenario is these days. So at that point of time, devotees, right? So devotees guide the guidance, and then they immediately started to build Lord Nrsimhadev temple there. So they wanted to bring Lord Nrsimhadev deity, and they also want to ensure that if somebody sees this deity, any thieves or anybody comes, they should get scared of it. So the immediate point is like it's called as a Sthana Nrsimhadev. Sthana means position. So the moment when the pillar got broken, Nrsimhadev came from the pillar, right? So he came, he jumped like this, correct? The legs. So that is the deity form you see in Mayapur. You don't see the deity of Nrsimhadev where he's pulling intestines of Hiranyakashipu. No Hiranyakashipu there. So it's very powerful. So he got scared the moment, the first instance when he saw. So that is a sort of a feeling that they want to give to anybody who want to attack at the temples. So that's why devotees thought that to build this Sthana Nrsimha deity at Mayapur temple. And then devotees along with the guidance of Atma Tattva Prabhu, so they all approached, they went to South India, and they went to I think Srirangam. Over there they approached Shankaracharya's mat. There was a sculpture there, so they told this is the scenario, we want a very powerful deity in this particular form. So the sculptor got really baffled, like I think it's difficult, I don't think I'll be able to do it. He said, I cannot do it. It's very powerful and I can't do this. So then devotees came back. Then of course when we have the intention, good intentions, Krishna will show the ways. We don't have to worry. That's how the nature works, right? So within few days, the guru of that particular ashram, Shankaracharya's ashram, the Pitadipati, he got a dream that you're gonna get a devotees, help them. You have to help them through your devotees here, and they'll be coming is from ISKCON. It's also got a dream like this. So devotees coming from ISKCON, so you need to help them. So then immediately they only came back, and then our devotees went and requested that we want the Nrsimha deity in this Sthana form. So then he said, give me 60 days time, 6 months time, and then he requested that within 6 months I'll be able to do it. Then I think after 6 months our devotees went very happily that yes, our Nrsimha will be ready to bring him back. But nothing happened there, not even started. So then he says that even I couldn't find the stone. They need to find a stone, like generally whenever a deity is carved on a stone, so when you just hit on that, 7 sort of sounds should be vibrating from that stone. So these are all the standards. We cannot just go and take any big stone and then start carving on it. So these are the certain principles that sculptures usually follow. So I mean, they have that vision. So that's how they've been blessed with that. So after that, then he requested for additional time. Somehow he could able to do it. So within 2 years. So in 1985, finally the deity got ready. But so he did that, and then he finished the carving, and then he went outside the sculpture, and then when he came back, he saw the entire shed got fired up. It's all caught into ashes. So only deity was there. So the whole shed became like fired. And then he immediately called the devotees, please come and take him immediately. I am not able to tolerate him. He is very powerful, and only you can do. Then among the devotees also, like they are also worried, like who will be doing the deity worship, especially for this very powerful Nrsimhadev, because you have to follow very strict standards, not like how we can do to Radha Krishna or Gaurnita like that. The standards should be very, very strict. So then 2 twin devotees, you know those names? Pankajanghi Prabhu and Jananivas Prabhu. They both foreigners. They took up Krishna consciousness so seriously, and also they came forward. They said that we will take care of Nrsimhadev personally. So they remained brahmacharis, and then they started taking care of Lord Nrsimhadev. So to both the devotees, Hari Bol. So one of the devotees left body during COVID time. So another devotee is still there. He recently traveled to Germany also. So he was there in Simachalam last week. I'm not sure about today, but he was there. So then these two devotees came so that they will take care of the deity. So finally our devotees went back to where are we now? So deity is ready, so we have to bring back to temple, Mayapur temple, correct? You're all with me? Yes. And then devotees went and then finally took the Nrsimha deity and then they brought it to the temple. And when they opened the box, they saw something. They saw that in the deity, generally whenever, so how many of you celebrate here Ganesh Chaturthi? You have to be quick. Ganesh Chaturthi. I see only here and there. I think we all celebrate, right? You all bring Lord Ganesh at your home? Yeah? We can be proactive. So we all bring Ganesh, right? So when we bring, what we do first thing? We close his eyes, right? We cover his face and then we open it only before puja time. So it's at least one standard. So when the devotees opened the box, they saw that the eyes were opened for Nrsimhadev. So the sculpture forgot to close the eyes of Lord Nrsimhadev. So he showed his power immediately. So that's how his entire thing became into ashes. And so then they understood that this was a mistake. And finally the deity installation happened. And then you can see now the Nrsimhadev in Mayapur. Very powerful. So the deity is very in Ugra Rupa. So that's why he is called as Ugra Nrsimha. So Lord Ugra Nrsimha Bhagavan ki Jai. So you all would like to take a darshan of Ugra Nrsimhadev? See, being in the Netherlands, you are getting a lot of masya. If you are so tired, dull and inactive and not responsive, then I think I can close the slideshow. You would like to take? Yes. Hare Bol. So you can see there. Yes. Maybe Vasu, you can also cover the slides there. You can keep in that direction, that's fine. To the TV. So you can see there the center part of very ferocious Lord Nrsimha, and you can also see that devotee, the deity is standing position, just like he jumped from the pillar. So that's why whenever you see Lord Mayapur, Lord Nrsimha from Mayapur, this is the position that he will be. And also you can see there's a small deity of Prahlad also. So the deity is 4 feet, and our devotees requested to also do 1 feet of Prahlad Maharaj. So the sculpture was like, that's not possible, but somehow they made it. And then you can also see Prahlad Nrsimha here. So very powerful. Generally we see in South India, we see Lakshmi Nrsimha. Lakshmi Devi sitting on Lord Nrsimha. We see very widely we see that. So, but we hardly see that Prahlad Nrsimha. So this is a Ugra Nrsimha from Mayapur. So now let's go to another pastime where even parents of Krishna. Who are the parents of Krishna? Yes? Yes, quick. Yes, Nanda Maharaj, good. We do Damodar Arti, right? Which Damodar Arti? Yes, Yashoda Damodar Arti. So Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. So even Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj also used to worship Lord Nrsimhadev. So this was a scenario when Krishna was very small, you all know, right? The demons were coming, trying to attack him, comes out sending continuously from the days. Even inside the womb also he was trying to do. So then Garga Muni suggests Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj to worship Lord Nrsimhadev. So that's the point when they also started worshipping Lord Nrsimhadev in Nandigram. So I think you are familiar with these terms. If not, this Nandigram is also one of the places in UP. So even they also worship that. So that's called Dayalu Nrsimha Swami. So this is the deity. So Dayalu Nrsimha Bhagavan ki Jai. So this is the deity from Vrindavan, from Nandigram, worshipped personally by Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, and they get so pleasantly. Now we'll go to the next pastime. So that is in South India. So we'll go to Srirangam now. In Srirangam, how many of you know this poet called poet Kambar? I think you might have heard Kambar Ramayana. Yeah? So that's written by the poet Kambar. So it's widely available in Tamil Nadu side. So that south side we can see that. So this Kambar poet, what he did, where he translated the Ramayana in Sarala Bhasha. Sarala Bhasha is the colloquial language that we use, very easily understandable. For any normal person, if you read, they can easily understand. So he translated Ramayana in Sarala Bhasha. So his poet is Kambar. So when he was writing Ramayana, so in Ramayana he was writing the part where, now let's go to Ramayana. So he was writing the part where Vibhishan is advising Ravan to release Sita and also to request mercy from Lord Ram and to give back Sita to Lord Ram. So this is the scenario he was writing in his translations. Okay. So when Kamban was writing this, he asked, first Vibhishan asked Ravan, this is totally bad what you are doing. It's not dharmic, it's very adharmic. So it's not the right thing that you are doing. You are not going to get any benefit out of it. Lord Ram is going to kill you if you are continuing this. But if you at least now go and surrender to him, he will show his mercy. He is such a kind of a person that he can show mercy even now if you surrender. But if you are not, then you are going to face consequences. So then what he did, Ravan, he immediately approached Bali Maharaj. So he goes to Patal and then he knows that like he can get help from Bali Maharaj because there's a lot of wealth there, and then he thought like he can definitely give me support. If he supports, then I think he get better strength. So then when he goes to Bali Maharaj, so when Bali Maharaj saw that Ravan was arrived at his place, then he knew the thing that Ravan generally doesn't come. It was the first time he came there. So he already knew the intentions, that the reason why he came there. So then Bali says that instead of asking Ravan, he directly says, Ravan is about to ask like, I want something from you. So before that, Bali says, first you have come here for the first time. Let me give you something special from my side. So whenever we have close ones, we always try to give something, right, from our thing, whatever we have. So that's what Bali was also doing. Bali was telling, my dear Ravan, you came here for the first time. I would like to give you the close thing which I have from the ancestors. So he was also the grandson of Prahlad, right? So then he says, I have a big earring with me. It's very big in size. I want to give that to you. So you can please take it. And this earring is from, you know who? Huh? Yes, it's from Hiranyakashipu. It's from Hiranyakashipu that ring is from. So it's from the grandfathers. So I'm having this here. So I would like to give this to you. So you please take it. So then Ravan started lifting it, and then he couldn't even move it. He couldn't even move an inch of it. And then Bali explains, my dear Ravan, you came here with an intention that to get support, to kill the person, to kill the person who has actually killed this person. So, and you are trying, and that person was wearing a earring, and that you couldn't move now. So imagine the strength that Lord Krishna has or Ram has, and what are you going to do now? You can't kill Vishnu. So then he got angry. Ravan got angry because he got insulted, right? And he also couldn't even move the earring. So he has a lot of ego. And then he immediately left that place and he went back. And then he went and was discussing with Vibhishan again. My dear Vibhishan, I heard this that who is this Hiranyakashipu? Such a huge earring, even I couldn't live. What is his strength? Who is this person? Then at that point of time, Vibhishan started explaining about this pastime. And he was telling that Hiranyakashipu is so and so person who requested a boon from whom? He got a boon from Rama. About what? He would not? Yes? Yeah, not inside the house, not outside the house. Yes? Others? Not with any weapons. Yes? Others? Yeah, not knife, not, yes. Or what else? Yeah, not by neither by humans nor by animals. Yes. So yeah, I think you're all very profound in this. That's why I'm not going in those details. so now because he got that bone from Rama, and then when he started explaining that, then he says that even though he has so many conditions, he kept so many conditions to protect his life, and finally he got killed by just the nails of Lord Nrsimhadev. So he started explaining. When he said this, then immediately the deity in front of this poet started laughing. So where are we now? We are with the poet, right? Poet is writing this Ramayana, so we went to Ramayana and we came back. So he was writing this translation in front of his personal deity he had. That's Lord Nrsimha deity. So in front of that he was writing, and then when he finished the translation, that's how he got killed. Even though he had so many conditions, but still he got killed very easily just by nails of Lord Nrsimha. Then deity started laughing. So you want to take a darshan of that particular deity. So this is the deity of that Kamba was writing in front of this particular deity. So this is in Tamil Nadu. So yeah, Lord Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai. So such is the mercy of Lord Nrsimha, because he is powerful to those demons and he is so kind to those devotees. So now we'll move to another part. That is, we'll go to now Pune. Yeah. So here in Koli district, I think here there was a devotee, and he couldn't take care of Lord Nrsimhadev, the deity what he had, which was very powerful and also generating a lot of heat. Generally, if you observe, Nrsimhadev appeared during this very peak time, summer time. So that's all. This time, if you see, it's very heat. It's very hot. Even here or in India, if you see, it's extremely hot at this particular time. Especially in south side, if you see, because there are so many pastimes that we could see clearly in South India, like Ahobilam, Simachalam, all these regions. So we clearly have the evidences that Lord Nrsimhadev appeared there. The pillars, we can see all this. So. And then when this particular deity he couldn't take care, and then Lord Nrsimhadev tells him that okay, you can put me in water. So now that particular devotee had kept this deity in a underwater, so in Krishna river, and then he left that one. But now once upon a time, the celestial beings, Purva Maharaj, he was traveling along with his companion. So then his plane suddenly got stuck at that particular point. So where the deity was under the water, so at that particular point, so the deity got stuck, and at that point of time, they came and they wanted to solve this problem, and then when they came down, they got to know that this deity was under the water. So then they have got the instructions that they can apply a lot of chandan, sandalwood on their body. So that's why if you also see people this duration, everybody apply chandan. Chandan Yatra also begins, it's already started from Akshaya Tritiya. So that's why in deities, Radha Madhav, all the deities in India or here also they apply sandalwood at this particular time. So then around I heard around 12 kgs of chandan, something like that, they keep applying to Lord Nrsimhadev there to make him cool. Otherwise, a lot of heat was coming from the deity. And also for that, what happened after that? Again, the deity was under the water, and then again it's all the lead of Lord Nrsimhadev, and then two blind people were going there, and then they also got an instructions that you need to take care of this deity. And at that point of time, they have been told that you take a kusha grass and you keep traveling, and you keep the kusha grass, and whenever it starts catching fire, that means that is a position where my deity is kept. So these two devotees started traveling, and then wherever they were doing a lot of tests, and then at one point of time they could see that the kusha grass got burnt, and that means there was the deity there. And then they started taking care. So that's called the Jwala Nrsimha. It's very ferocious because a lot of heat was coming. So he is with 12 hands. So I would like to take darshan of that. So Jwala Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai. And actually here initially At this place, Parashar Muni, Brug Muni, and Vasishtha Muni, they all used to live there. So this is a personal deity of Parashar Muni. So from there, it keep traveling. So we are seeing very powerful darshans today, you know. I don't know whether you are able to feel it or not, but they are the very powerful darshans, and it has a lot of history still existing on this planet. So still, if we can travel, we can physically take. But yeah, due to our commitments and our responsibilities, I don't think we'll be able to do that, all of them. But at least due to technology, that's how we can utilize it, so we can see them. So the vision is something from the heart, not by person. Also, Sachal Mala says that if you want to be in Vrindavan, it's not the place, it's a place of consciousness. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to Simachalam. Simachalam is the place where in South India, and in South India, this place called Sima means line, Chalam means mountain. So in this place, there's a big mountain. It is there, and here. Prahlad Maharaj was also being tested. So in how many ways Prahlad Maharaj was tested by his dad? Like he has been tortured in so many ways, right? But he was getting protected in all the manners. So let's start naming. At least it's a recap for like you all know this for sure. What's up, number one? Okay, put into a room with full of snakes so that he get poisoned, then he can get killed. Yes, but he got protected. Next. Yes, and they kept under him the elephant so that they can punch him, but that also didn't help. Next one. Throwing from the mountains, yeah. And this is the place where this pastime happened. What are the other ways? Burning oil. And next one? Yeah, Holika fire. Yeah, so Holika is sister of Hiranyakashipu. So she has a boon that she can never get burned, right? And yeah, she has a shawl around it. And if the shawl is not below her, then if it is on top, then she can get burned. So with that confidence, her brother made her sit in the fire by keeping Prahlad on her lap. And then, the mercy from the Lord, right? So the cloth went on top of her and then she burnt and then Prahlad came out nicely. So he's been protected. What are the other ways? We covered all? Yeah, right from the cliffs, I think, yeah, from the mountains. So that's a pastime we are going to cover now. So this is a pastime in Simachalam, in South India. So when Prahlad Maharaj was being thrown from this mountain cliffs, and what they did, immediately they actually throw into the water, and then after that, these assistants of Hiranyakashipu, they also throw a big mountain on top of Prahlad Maharaj, so that even though in case if he get escaped from this ocean, so he shouldn't be alive. So they also put a big rock on top of that, and at that point of time, he went inside, and then immediately he got protected. He got the darshan of Lakshmi and Vishnu there, and then there he got treated nicely. He was getting nicely all his things, breakfast, lunch, all well treated. And then finally Prahlad Maharaj asked, my dear Lord, can I take the darshan of you in the form where you killed my uncle? So Hiranyaksha was also killed, right? That's the point when Hiranyakashipu started attacking Vishnu. So then when Prahlad Maharaj requested for him, then what was the avatar? He killed Hiranyaksha, Varaha. So then Lord Nrsimhadev appeared in Varaha form. So this is a personal deity where you see that Lord Nrsimhadev is also in the form of Varaha. So two combinations in one deity. So this is there in Simachalam. But unfortunately you cannot take that darshan because you are all very dull. No, I'm just kidding. But you cannot take the darshan because the whole the deity is covered with full of chandan, the same, because it's full of heat. So he's generated lots of heat. Then that's the point when they started applying chandan throughout the year. But we are lucky enough because Krishna is always merciful. He tries to give his darshans, right? So on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, he allows his darshan. So only on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, they remove chandan, and then we can take that darshan of Nrsimhadev in the form of Varaha also. So would you like to take that darshan? So we have only the chandan darshan, not the other one from the Akshaya Tritiya one. So this is how the deity is covered completely with chandan. This is in Simachalam. And do you all want to take a darshan of the other one, which is available only on the day of Akshaya Tritiya? Are you ready? Yes. Haribo. So this is called as Varaha Narsingha. Lord Varaha Narsingha Bhagwan ki Jai. So this is the deity that we gonna see in Simachalam. So there's also the mark there, the height of Varaha Narsingha you see. On top of that, the chandan is applied on top of him completely. So the whole year he remains like the first picture, and only on the day of Akshaya Tritiya, which happened a couple of weeks back, and there he looks like this. Yes. So we have seen like how and the devotees are taking care, and how Lord Narsingha was also appearing in different forms. I mean, depends on the situations. He was also reciprocating to the devotees like that. Like Kamban, if you see, he started laughing in the deity form. So he's so kind and very merciful, that deity is. So now, if we can look into our lives, all of us, that only Prahlad Maharaj could satisfy Lord Narsingha when he appeared so fiercely, and he killed Hiranyakashipu at that moment. So what made only Prahlad Maharaj to get that one? So any thoughts? Only Prahlad Maharaj got that mercy, right? Like what is the thing that only Prahlad Maharaj was possessing? Total surrender. Yes, Prabhu. He was totally surrendered to Lord Narsingha. Yes, Lord Narsingha. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Faith on Krishna. He has complete faith. Yeah. He's totally already surrendered. Yeah. Next. No other thoughts? No. Why do you think? Let's say so many were there with us, but only when he was in so ferocious mode, only Prahlad went and touched, bowed down his head on his feet at lotus feet of Lord Narsingha. Then Lord Narsingha keep his hand on his head, and then he takes him. And what made Prahlad Maharaj to do that and not others? The reason is not that he is son of Hiranyakashipu. The reasons could be like the other reasons like, see, Prahlad Maharaj, irrespective of the situations, he never changed. Even though he was living in the total demoniac family, the environment, he was living with demons, but he never changed it. Like sometimes we alter it, right? We change it a lot. That depends on the situation. But he was always he was chanting the holy names. Even though like the teachers were teaching him so many different things, even he started teaching them that like Krishna is a different personality of Godhead, Vishnu is this, that, and you should worship him. He is only a controller. We all have to get surrendered to him. So he started preaching this way. So in any situation you see, irrespective of like, he knows that you're gonna die, because if you try to put your kids into fire, what will happen? Immediately they jump and come away. But he did not change, even not a bit. He did not move. He was totally surrendered, like Prabhu said. So that is the reason why, because in all the situations he was surrendered to Lord Narsingha. So I think we also need to learn from this that like, it's not possible for us. It is possible, but we are not in that situation to accept the same state that like we also want to be in similar situation. But the actual point is that we should learn from him that like started chanting the holy names at least. At least whenever there is an opportunity for us, we should start. And I think we should have some fixed timeline. That's a point when I think Prabhupada was also telling, do at least fixed rounds initially. You have to do that. Once the bhakti is trying to you, then I think eventually you go in that direction. But your job is to do your 16 rounds first. So that's a point when we all chant mantra of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many of you have started chanting every day at least one round? At least one round. Okay. Okay. I think to others, what I can say is it's really recommended and also important because we feed the bodies, right? Let's try to skip one meal. We are like totally focused on that particular meal only the whole day. So we are extremely focused. We have that capacity. So we are feeding the bodies time to time. Even if we miss one meal, then I think we remember that for almost for a year or even for 10 years we can remember. That day I fasted and it was too much for me. Right? And if you do Nirjala Ekadashi, we will remember for the whole year. And like I struggled that day, this, that. So if we have that much memory capacity to think about, to focus on, the consciousness is like that, then I think why don't we do that for the meaningful thing, which is for the needed. So that's a point when feeding the soul is important. So how to feed the soul? Because when we leave the body won't come with us. So the soul only travels. So to feed the soul, what is important? Chant. So the food is chanting this mantra. So I request all of you also, at least from today, because on this auspicious day, start chanting with at least one round. One round means 108 times. It hardly takes 7 minutes. Sit down, 7 minutes, close your eyes, and then recite this mantra. It's so peaceful. Shall we do all of us just for 5 times? Let's close our eyes and then do 5 times, and then see, observe. Try to meditate on Lord Nrsimhadev, any of these forms. I'll take it. I'll give it this powerful form. So you start meditating on this. Let's do 5 times and then see. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's how we'll continue like that. So you feel something different, correct? Just for five times if you do, if it's so it's making big sense, then I think how much it will make sense when you're doing for like at least 1.5 hours, 2 hours. That's a target, but at least start with 108 times. Okay? How many of you have not raised the hands? Or let's do one thing. At least one round from today we will take it up. Like who and all are willing to do that? I see uncle. Thank you, uncle. I mean keep it open like that. Keep rising. I'll be doing from today 1 round minimum. Even whoever are doing, please rise so that we know like who doesn't want to do. keep rising. Yes, you are doing it, Kati. Yes, keep it. Okay, it's okay. Don't take it in a wrong way, but because feeding soul is really important. That slowly we'll understand. That comes through experience. So try to do it. I mean, whoever have not raised, don't feel bad, but at least you try to attend the sessions here. It's really important. You made it. I mean, on this auspicious day, try to come over here. That's also the biggest thing. You're making some steps because this opportunity won't be given to everybody. So we're special. That's how the mercy is on us. Even though we are in the Netherlands, we are not gone to ISKCON or Volendam or anywhere. We are here on a holiday time, correct? So it's a mercy is there, but what I say is start with at least 1 round. That's a homework. You can do continuously every day without fail, and then you see the difference. You can only observe. Yeah. Okay. Let's all recite this one important thing because we discussed about Prahlad Maharaj. So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So 7th canto is full of Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes. Srimad Bhagavatam has 12 cantos. So in that 7th canto is full of Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes. So it's very special, not just to Prabhupada. Prabhupada's favorite canto is also this one. And not only to Prabhupada, even to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also recited this canto so many times. He even used to listen to this canto. So it's very powerful canto. So what I can say is like this is one of the verses I also like it. So we can read this one. You can repeat after me. Taterhattamanamasstuti karma puja.
ततेरस्तमानमासुते कर्म पूजा
Karmasmatis charanayo shravanam kathayam. Samsevaya tvayi vineti sat angaya kim. Bhaktim jana paramahamsa gatau labheta. Taterhattamanamasstuti karma puja. Karmasmatis charanayo shravanam kathayam. Samsevaya tvayi vineti sat angaya kim. Bhaktim jana paramahamsa gatau labheta. So this is actually the final essence that Prahlad Maharaj says. So now we have seen, you all know the pastime, like Hiranyakashipu came, he killed, Lord Nrsimhadev came, he killed Hiranyakashipu, and then Prahlad Maharaj went, and then Lord started pacifying. So now what happens after that? So Lord is pacified. What immediately Lord says? What Lord will say? My dear Prahlad, what do you want? Right? Boon. I'd like to give you a boon. So same thing Lord Nrsimhadev also did. So Lord Nrsimhadev said, asked Prahlad Maharaj, my dear Prahlad, you're so kind, you're always chanting my names. Ask what do you want. I'm ready to give you whatever you ask. And then what Prahlad's reply would be? Yes? To forgive his father. Okay? And that happens in the second instance. Initially he says, I don't want anything from you, my dear Lord. And then Lord started pleasing, and then at that point of time he says, still if you want to do something for me, Lord, please forgive my father for all the mistakes that what he has done towards you and also to all the people. And there it won't end. So, and then Prahlad Maharaj started in this chapter, especially 9th chapter. I think I recommend you all read at least today once you go home. Canto 7, 9th chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam. You can type Veda based Srimad Bhagavatam. Canto 7, 9th chapter. So in this Prahlad Maharaj did prayers to Lord, very powerful prayers. So here he describes that you are the complete, we are the ones always surrendering unto you. You are the complete controller, and when you are having everything, my dear Lord, why I have to ask something? I need to just surrender unto you. I don't want anything else from you. And then immediately after a few conversations between Nrsimhadev and Prahlad, and then Prahlad says that yes, in case that's needed, please please forgive my father. So kind. And then the next conversation happens between Nrsimhadev and Prahlad, and then Lord Nrsimha asks that please go for it. You can ask more, whatever you want. And then finally he says, you know what, Prahlad Maharaj, and in the end he says that please, I want to please my Guru. Do you know this? So he also wanted, because he got the instructions from whom? Narada Muni. So he got the instructions, Narada Muni, when he got the instructions? When he was in the womb itself. So he did not see his Guru. So we all have, we see our Gurus, and we have photos, we try to worship. Still we are doing so many mistakes and trying to improve. But he did not see his Guru. He did not get any Guru mantra or anything. So immediately he got the instructions, he started surrendering to the Lord immediately, correct? So Narada Muni was his Guru, and he says, I want to please my Guru, by worshipping, and by worshipping the services unto you, my dear Lord. And then Lord Nrsimhadev says, now you're talking about Guru. Till now you're telling you're surrendered unto me, now you're talking about Guru. So then there's an analogy here. It says, if you take a lotus, okay, and what sun does to lotus? Sun, you know, right? What sun does to the lotus? It nourishes, right? It nourishes, okay, provided if the lotus is inside the water. And the same lotus, if it is outside the water, what happens? The same sun dries it up, correct? So here, who are we then? Who is lotus? We are lotus. Yeah. And then the sun is Krishna. And then where is Guru? Water. Yeah. So without Guru, that without water, we can't do anything. We cannot approach Krishna. So he will burn it up. So the medium is water. So that is none other than Guru. So we always have to approach Guru. Approaching Guru is not that you, after going home, you don't have to search. It's already there. The instructions are given already by Srila Prabhupada. So he's our Guru. At least now, if we don't have Guru, he's our Guru. All his instructions are already given to us. So the first instruction is what I said is start chanting. Whoever is not doing, that's the first instruction. You should chant. So these are the basic fundamentals. The ABCD he gave, alphabets. What are the ABCDs? The A is for association, like this, what you guys are doing already, what we all are doing. So associate regularly. So through that we at least take bit by bit. And then the next is B. B is, he says, book reading. You start reading books like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, very potent books. And then C is chanting. So you already reached C. So how many of you will be going to start from today chanting? Thank you. I see new hands raised up. Thank you. Yeah. And then the D is diet. Diet. So what diet we can have? Sattvic diet. Sattvic diet we can have. So without non-alcoholic and then without having meat. So no intoxication, something like that. We can have good life. We have, I think, n number of items. Like if anybody have not experienced what devotees here they eat, you visit us on Chappan Bhog time. You visit us during Jagannath festival time, Janmashtami time. So in Amsterdam also this time we are planning 1008 dishes. So if you at least want to see, you cannot eat for sure. Even if you take bit also you can't eat. That's what happens in Chappan Bhog. We try to taste only this much, and there are like 100 items coming. Then I think you will get exhausted after some time. So there are n number of items. So that's D is meant for sattvic diet. So many things that you can make, but it has to be offered and then eat prasad. So these are the basic fundamentals. So finally, where are we now in the discussion? Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj is asking that I want to please my Guru, right? And then next, when Lord heard this, he got so happy with Prahlad's statement. And then when Lord Nrsimhadev asked, please ask, I still want to give you more. And then finally he says, okay my dear Lord, I'll ask you one thing. That is the final, this is a final summary. I just want only one thing. Please bless me so that I don't ask for any other boons in my any other life. So throughout the life, I don't want to ask for any desire. For any desire, I should not ask for anything. So that is the state of Prahlad Maharaj. Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. So these are the biggest lessons, and I think let's read the translation here. So finally, Prahlad Maharaj actually explaining the whole chapter to his friends. When his friends questioned, my dear Prahlad, we all were in the same school and we got the same teachers, same lessons, but we have been taught differently and you have the different understanding. So from where you got and how to achieve that. So finally this is the essence. So this verse. So let's read the translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Prahlad, most gentle one, best of the family of the Asuras, all good fortune unto you. I am very much pleased with you. It is my pastime to fulfill the desire of all living beings, and therefore you may ask for me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled. And then for this the answer comes. So that's I'm going to read it from here. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Because, it's Prahlad Maharaj is telling here, because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service unto you, so this is the 6 things that we all have to do that Prahlad Maharaj is telling. One is offering prayers. How many of you do offer prayers? Quick answers. Dedicating all the results of activities. We are trying. And then worshipping you. You all worship. And working on your behalf.
always remembering your lotus feet and hearing about your glories. Always remembering your lotus feet. Like, how many of us are here really Krishna conscious? How many of us remember Krishna? Like, you are here now, you remembered. Let's say in a day, I will quickly end up with this question. How many of you, like, how much time do you remember in a day about Krishna? Let's say a weekday, let's say tomorrow, Monday, you're all back to office. So out of 24 hours, let's say how much percentage you think about Krishna. That is actual Krishna consciousness. You meditate on Lord, right? So let's start hearing the numbers. How much percentage do you think about Krishna in a day? Let's say I think about him like 1 hour, 2 hours, 10%, 20%. So tell the numbers, quick. Huh? 10 or 15 minutes. That's a great number actually, yeah. Others, quick. I want to hear from everybody. Just tell the numbers. Just tell in terms of hours or minutes or whatever you feel. Second, that's also fine. Quick, Prabhu, yes? Just a one word answer.
I will do every day. I will always praying the God and Rama.
But do you remember Lord Ram every minute, Prabhu?